So I've been in healthcare for over 30 years. I started out as a CNA and in 2005 I became an LPN. So with that being said, I have seen a lot um, from pediatrics to geriatrics, as well as I've covered many of the specialties. I've done mental health, I've done corrections, as I said, pediatrics, geriatrics. I've been a trach and vent nurse, hospice, home health. I've done facilities, long term care, rehab, assisted living. And guys, this last job made me sick. I'm better now, but it made me sick. Like, my blood pressure was high. When I started working there, maybe about like 3, 4 weeks ago, I want to say it probably was. Yeah. Yeah, about a month. So when I started about like three or so weeks ago, I saw immediately that it was going to be some issues. First of all, the patient to staff ratio was not safe, and people were just looking at it like it was, and like, what's the problem? Very bizarre. Let's move 2 weeks past. 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks from the time I started working there, and I was just feeling really weird this one night. And I'm like, why am I feeling so anxious? Like, what is like wrong? Seriously, what's wrong? Why do I feel like this? And so what I did was I took my blood pressure, and the first time I took it was like 128 over 83. Not too bad. But for me, that's high for me because my baseline is typically the highest might be 112, and the diastolic, which is the bottom number, is maybe like 72, maybe 74. Is pushing it for me. So I'm like, yeah, my blood pressure is high. Let me, try to like, still push these meds, these 30 patients and their insulins and things like that. But try to like calm myself. Try to like, be more relaxed. Imagine trying to be more relaxed and you're trying to pass out with this medication in a timely manner, hour before, hour after. Anyway, so about an hour went on and I checked my blood pressure again because I'm like, I feel really, really, really crazy. And so what I did was I excused myself from like the one patient because I started like feeling like a little lightheaded. And I went to my blood pressure. It was 138 over 114. So I'm like, yeah, this ain't good. This is not good. 114 as a diastatic, nah, I'm not even feeling like none of that. So I started thinking I need to do something else. I need to go somewhere else. But then, like, nursing is so freaking crazy. It's so hectic, chaotic. The patient to staff ratio is so disproportionate, and they don't care. The powers of the world that makes these rules for these facilities has got to know that these acuities, you cannot do it. You can't do it safely for these patients. And then there's so many nurses and also CNAs and other healthcare team members that are having issues with their health. Forget the back and the feet. They're gonna say that's gonna come with it. But I'm talking about your blood pressures, your mental well-being has changed. And for someone who's been in nursing for over 30 years, that in itself puts a toll on your physical. It's a lot of heavy lifting and things like that when it comes being even a nurse. If your nurse that wants to help like your CNAs out, the CNAs out, your coworkers out, then you're going to do that. If you're a nurse who you're going to help, if you're a nurse who feels like, oh, I'm just here, I like to pass my meds and do some treatments, then you're just going to do that. That also too, guys. So you had to pass out meds to 30 patients, the insulin, the eye drops, the creams, and the treatments, which is part of um, treatments. Creams is a part of treatments. So with that being said, keep all that in mind. We're stretched. We're beyond stretched. We're thin, basically becoming invisible. Okay, that line, people just crossing it, just crossing it and putting themselves in danger and patients in danger. Many people are. There's nurses speaking out about it. I'm not sure if nurses are actually reporting it in the facilities that they're in, but I do. And I keep getting fired for it, which is even crazier. So I keep getting fired for it. But I'd rather be fired and have an opportunity to live and enjoy my family and my life than have something happen to me because of a job. These jobs out here are making us ill, or even more worse, to our mental, our physical, and also our spiritual, regardless of what you believe in. If you believe in God, you're Baptist, Protestant, Muslim, whatever. If you're an atheist, if you're spiritual, whatever. It's draining us. It's draining us to the point where how happy is our lives? A lot of people are working doubles just to make ends meet and have something in life. And you're burned out and you're tired. You're too tired to even get up and enjoy life with your children or yourself and go out and do things. We have to replenish us. But these jobs out here these days don't care about your health. And if you are in the position to make a change in these jobs, please do so. Please speak up for your employees. If you're in management, please speak up for your coworkers, because that is your job. There's a DNA. That's a whole. I mean, I'm sorry, a DON. That's a whole nother story. That's in itself. That's a whole video just for her, in itself. But I refuse to become ill or be ill because of my job. I became a nurse because I care about people. I was a CNA because I was a young mom and I wanted to provide for my child back in the day, and I did. And then I became a nurse because I needed more money to provide for my children because the dad wasn't involved, whatever the cases may be, And I worked the doubles. I did all of that. So I've put my time in. But now I want to enjoy my life. I am 50 years old. I have grandchildren. I have not even spent time with it, that I have been trying to be able to afford to go there and see them. Afford being a nurse. How does those two things go together? Oh, honey, it's some stories. And keep in mind, like I said, I keep getting fired from these jobs because I am reporting abuse and neglect. It's ridiculous out here that they expect you to turn a blind eye. I'm not doing that. Nursing has caused me way too much peace. And I'm pretty sure there's many of you out there who can attest to this, that are nurses in healthcare and other fields. We're tired. We're tired. We don't want to work until we're dead and not enjoy life. We're tired. And I know I'm not going to do it anymore. And I know quite a few others is not going to do it anymore. We're just not. It's time to start doing things that we love to do. It's time to start living life. It's time to start. It's time to start. It's time to start right now, today. Think of a plan. Think of a plan to get out of whatever it is that you're doing, so the transition will be smoother. But it's time, guys. There's many videos out here now. And thank you to DoDash for putting it out there. It's time for us. We're tired, y'all. We're tired. And again, we're not lazy. I'm 50 years old. We're not lazy. We're tired, man. People are out here talking about, that's why people play like the lottery and things like that. People are tired. We're tired. So guys, thank you for listening to this rant real quick. I have more videos coming out and probably speaking on this even more. Please like, subscribe, and share.